Friday. It's time for the TV show, our soap opera. Let's see what's about to happen. And because Virgo season starts in a day or so, depends on wherever you're watching this, we're going to start with Virgos. We're going to start with the Virgos tonight. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So for anybody who's new to how I do this, think about it as you know when people have talked about remote viewing, the CIA and the military, whatever, did programs with remote viewing. This is the same concept. I'm able to do this with timelines and outcomes. So that's why sometimes if somebody's a traditional tarot reader, it might come across with underlying meanings. It's because I use the cards to help tune into the frequency, but I use my gift to actually get the information. The cards just kind of help in supporting role. So if you're familiar with remote viewing, it's the same concept. I'm just looking at outcomes. All right, so we're jumping in with Virgos first. We have strength out here. Let's see what else we got. Let's keep it moving. I will say Virgos, there's something around employment, job, something about excelling or moving forward. I'm picking up. So either this week was a good week for you. Either this week was a good week for you for most. Oh, look at that. Seeing three of cups comes out. So either this week was a good week for you or the week coming in is about to. I see you getting a lot of attention for the work that you do. So again, it does feel like it's work related. It might not necessarily be the work you get paid for though. So keep that in mind. So if you do anything like volunteer work, stuff on the side, creative projects, it could be that. So just keep that in mind. But I do see spotlights coming in. I do see attention being paid to your work ethic. Um, yeah, and there you are right there with the King of Pentacles. So with the next 42, it might be 42 hours. The next 48 hours, there's going to be highlights or attention paid to the work or work that you have put in. There's going to be highlights or attention paid to something that where you have been showing up, people are seeing it now, where before it might not have been. And it feels like it might have taken you some time to get there. It might have taken a lot of effort for you to get there. But either, again, if it didn't happen last week, it's definitely going into this week. Your energy is shining. Now, it's also going into your birthday season. So there's a lot of spotlight and highlight on you for that as well. But this is definitely something attached to your money. This is definitely something attached to your image. This is definitely something attached to your forward facing persona. Okay. So I really don't have too much more for you, Virgo, other than, we're coming into your season. So happy early birthday. And something that you have been working on is getting recognized. You are getting recognized. Okay. And that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling because you're a perfectionist. And it does feel like whatever this is, you have put time, effort into it. And this might have been a long time coming, I'm hearing. This might have been a long time coming. So if this is something that you have done, if this is, if there's a program, a system, a project that you have been working on, the time has come for you to take center stage, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So that's Virgo. It looks like a good weekend ahead. So definitely, if you're uncomfortable with taking accolades and talking about your accolades and people patting you on the back, you might want to start getting comfortable with it because I do see that coming for you. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into our Libras. Let's see what's going on for the next hours, the next 48 hours for our Libras here. Let's see what's going on for our Libras here. I feel really smiley energy, really cheeks hurting energy. So I don't know if you're going to a comedy show, somebody's tasking you to go to something. I just feel really like giddy. That's the word, giddy energy. Some of you might be meeting a new person, or some of you might be up leveling in a relationship where you feel giddy around it. Because right when I stepped into your energy, that's what I felt like, really a giddiness. Let's see what's going on for Libras. Let's see what's going on for Libras the next 48 hours. Whoa, whoa. All right, Queen of Swords, there's your energy. Five of Swords. Let's keep going. Let's go. Let's go. Are you giddy because you're about to cut somebody off? I'm joking. Not joking. Let's keep going. I'm sorry. Jerk. Wow. Okay. And wow, what is happening? Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. What I will say, I don't read reverse cards, but this energy is reversed. So let me explain it. So this is a very straightforward message. Ooh, it might be a Gemini that you're attacking. What? You're attached to, not attacking. You might attack one. I don't know. What I'm seeing is someone is putting their sword down. So with or what I'm picking up, what I'm seeing in this timeline, somebody's putting their sword down. Like you're saying, bring your sword to me, and they're like, okay, I give up. Wow. Okay, so hold on, y'all. If you've been around me, you know enough to know that when I tap in, the energy is much more quick. It's quicker. It's very fast moving and very high level vibration than our regular operating energy. So my tempo does pick up, my cadence does pick up. So just a heads up and apologies. I will try my best to calm it down and give you a paraphrase after I get it out. But what I'm picking up here is it feels like a battle of the wits. You're winning this. And not just wits. It's kind of like when a game of chicken, if you will, and somebody wants their way and you want your way. It feels like you are winning this or will win this. It's like you're telling them just stop. Put the sword down and come here, right? And that's what's happening. So we got the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and then the World. What this looks like is somebody, whoever where the conflict was, is putting their sword down and choosing to walk away from the conflict to start something new. Now, this could be intimate relationship, but this could be family, this could be friend, this could be something in that sort. It does not feel like work. I will say that. Where Virgo, it was very work related. This is not work related. This is very relational. But the relational can be platonic, it could be romantic, but it does feel like there was a battle of wits going on and you win the battle. The person walks away from and when I say walks away, it's not like they're giving up. It's like they're putting their sword down and looking at things through whatever you have said. It's really giving the hanged one energy where somebody's changing their perspective on something. So they're like, you know what, you might be right. Or, you know what, that makes more sense than what I was saying. So let me walk away from that system or belief system or idea and let's start something new. Oh, I didn't notice we got nakedness out here. And let's start something new. And that's what I'm picking up here. So with Libras, I would say the next 48 hours, if there's somebody that you have been in conflict with, it definitely feels like the conflict is based on your internal viewpoints. Like it's really given like somebody who had a really smug energy. So the next things I say will help fine tune who I'm talking about. Because the energy I'm picking up when I look towards that person, a very smug, know-it-all energy. Like, like you're in the wrong all the time. Like they can't make any mistakes. Like they are Mr. Know-it-all or Mrs. Know-it-all is what I'm picking up. But it feels like whatever has occurred either by you saying something or doing something, it's causing this person to pause, to step back and say, you know what, you might have a point. And it's revamping or revisiting something with new eyes. Okay. So in the next 48 hours, whomever that smug know-it-all energy is, and it could be intimate partner, it could be family, it could be friend, but it feels like that person is now willing. I want to say more intimate partner just because I'm seeing the ace of cups. But it feels like this person is now ready to hear your side. It feels like this person is now ready to kind of walk a mile in my shoes um issue. So it feels like the person's like, okay, I'll walk a mile in your shoes, and they've done that or they're going to do that, and then they say, I didn't realize it was affecting you this way, impacting you this way. Choose your descriptor, but they choose to put down their sword and say, okay, let's do this your way and see what happens. Let's do this your how you are requesting, and let's see what happens. So in the next 48 hours, Libra, you might have somebody coming back to lay down, right? Extend an olive branch, want to talk some more, looking at things for your from your perspective and agreeing to try it your way. Okay? That's fun. That's fun, right, Libras? We like it when we get our way. I'm only saying we because I'm a Libra rising, but I don't think that pertains to me. All right, so now we're going to our Scorpios. So let's see what Scorpios got going on. So Scorpios always are here for a good time. Sometimes a long time, sometimes a short time, but always a good time. All right, let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Scorpio, please. Scorpio 1. Scorpio 2. Wow, that was fast. Shoop. Scorpio. Scorpio might be having the issue with the Libra. Okay. Three more cards, please. Whoa. Do we want those? No. Whoa. Oof. Those are rough. Okay. Scorpio, all jokes aside, Scorpio might be connected to the Libra from what these cards are looking like. But let's get the cards out and then I can go deeper into what we're picking up. Woo. Yeah, Scorpio looks like they're having all jokes aside, this does look like the other side of what I just read for the Libras. So with the Scorpio, we have the Six of Cups, the Hangman, which is funny, right? Because I literally just said the Hangman on the other side, that the person they're connected to is like in the Hangman energy. Y'all saw me with the cards. I look, I'm just saying the Scorpio might be with a Libra. So here I'm seeing or I'm picking up a change in perspective, right? There's a change in perspective here where you're having to look at something differently. And it looks like when you look at this thing differently, you want to talk about it, you want to make movement with it, but internally you have an internal battle going on. Because it feels like even though you're like, you know what, I'm gonna give this person a chance, I'm gonna hear them out, I'm gonna see what they're talking about, blah, 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 and do the things, do the action, have the conversation. But what they don't know is internally, you're having an internal battle where you're going back and forth with it. So it clearly looks like this is the other side of that Libra read that I'm seeing. But what the Libra doesn't know until now, because I'm just spilling it, is that even though they're acting and going in the motion of saying, I'm going to walk a mile in your shoes, I'm going to see where you're coming from, yada, 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 they're still internally having issues about it. So, or sorry, I'm reading for the Scorpio. You're still internally having issues about it. So it might not be something that, even though you said, I'm gonna, I'm gonna see, I'm gonna look at it from this perspective, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna put down the armor, you still have some challenges internally on how you're going to proceed with it. So What that means to me is, I mean, just keep processing it out. Like this is a 48-hour read, so you might be able to come up with a conclusion at the end of the week, but it just looks like you make the choice to look at something differently. When you do that, the conflict stops, but internally you're still processing it out. Okay, Libra. Oh, see? Wow. Okay, Scorpio. So good news. No bail money needed this weekend. You're kind of stuck in your head. You're kind of stuck in your head. So that's better than being stuck behind bars. All right. All right. So now we're going into the Sagittarius. Let's see. Sagittarius was off the chain last weekend. Sagittarius was getting some you up text at 2 a.m. So let's see what we got going on for the Sagittarius this weekend. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. It's so funny. Sometimes I feel guilty being in everybody's business like this, but why not? Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. 6 cards for the Sagittarius, please. 6 cards for Sagittarius. 6 cards for Sagittarius. 6 cards for Sagittarius. Sagittarius must have had a hell of a weekend last weekend because it looks like ah, ah. Sometimes I crack myself up. Interesting weekend, Sagittarius last weekend, huh? All right, let's keep going. Ooh, all right. That Queen of Swords is busy this weekend. People getting cut off right and left. Like you ain't not got you do not have time for the BS. All right, let's see. What's going on? 2 more cards for the Sagittarius, please. 2 more cards for the Sagittarius. Ooh, 1, 2. Interesting. Okay, Sagittarius. What I'm seeing, really, all jokes aside, and maybe it was last weekend was active. It definitely feels like this week it is more low key because there's some inner work going on. This is weird energy. So give me a second. With the High Priestess and the Hierophant together, that's some high level spiritual stuff going on. Um, hmm, interesting. Oof. Okay. So, well, the Sagittarius, yeah. This is some high level spiritual stuff. What it's giving. What I'm seeing is two very high ranking spiritual people. Like you as the Sagittarius have a high ranking spiritually, but whomever you're connected to is right up there with you. And it looks like and this is weird because I while it feels relational on a romantic level, it's so far beyond that is what I'm picking up. Like you all could be in a romantic connection, but what I'm picking up, the work that's going to be done over the next few days is way more than what we're seeing on this level. The, this it looks like a you know how when people talk about life reviews, when people are crossing over or transitioning, they come back and they don't fully transition over and they talk about having a life review. It feels like there's a relational review going on here. Like there's no action this weekend. Sorry, Sagittarius. So I hope you got it out your system last weekend. There's no action this weekend. It looks like it's high level spiritual work about a connection. And this connection is something that there has been time put into this connection. Um, there's been a lot of pausing in this connection, but there has been a lot of activity and logic around this connection. So it's kind of like somebody needing this to make sense for them. This is a really complicated energy pull for you Sagittarius right now. for me to explain what I'm picking up. Because a lot of the activity for the next 48 hours is going to be internal. I can't say that. It's going to be internal. And whomever you're connected to, if you're representing the high priestess or the hierophant or vice versa, that partner is, that spiritual partner, again, this feels way higher level than the 3D, right? They're in their head too about the same stuff. So I need to say that. Like, if you're ruminating, you're thinking, you're trying to figure out, you're going back across the connection about the stop and the starts and this, that, and the other, that other person is thinking the same thing too. The masculine, though, this is where we have some differences. The masculine is who is represented by the Hierophant. So pick your role. Looks at their partner, which would be the high priestess, as like the full package, everything that they want, everything that they need. Where the whoever the high priestess is looking at their partner, who the Hierophant is, as somebody who is very logical and very kind of not about wanting this type of connection. So whomever the high priestess is in this connection is not tracking in the right direction. So I think that's the bottom line for this particular read, because this needs a separate reading by itself. The level of layers I'm seeing for this particular energy needs a reading for itself. I will say that if you're represented by the Hierophant, and this is whoever would be the masculine, they see their counterpart as everything they would not need, want, and expect in a partner. The high priestess or the feminine is not seeing that. So there's a disconnect in how each individual is seeing the connection. And I think that's why the review's happening. But you're doing the review internally, so you're not talking about it. So the masculine is like, yeah, this is great. I like the way this is. I like the way this feels. There's no issues. But the feminine is like, yeah, we got issues. But no one's talking. You're not talking to each other. You're kind of off on your own in your bed staring at your ceiling, kind of just thinking about it. So my suggestion is talk about it. It don't matter which one you represent in this read, you are not on the same page. So I can say that. And again, this is something that's a higher level spiritual connection. This is not something that you just bumped into some dude at the club and now we're together. This is a very deep connection here. But you are not on the same page. So the next 48 hours would be for the Sagittarius. You're internally processing this connection. You need to verbally process it with the other person, or you're going to stay in this kind of unaligned energy, is what I'm picking up. It's unaligned. If I'm looking at a scale, like one's higher than the other. But a conversation would help fix it. Because you feel the same way about each other. It's just somebody's tracking in the wrong direction. Jeez, I was expecting some laughs, Sagittarius. That was a deep read. All right, let's go to Capricorn. Let's see what's up with the Capricorns. The goats on the side of the mountain. Let's see what's up with the Capricorns. Two more shuffles. Two more shuffles. Up with the Capricorns. One more shuffle. Watch what you're eating this weekend, Capricorns. I'm feeling belly issues. I hope you didn't get a batch of some nasty ass lettuce or those poison blueberries at Publix. I am feeling belly issues. So, watch what you're putting in your mouth. Overindulgence is what I'm hearing. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Give me some information for the Capricorn. Ooh. And we have some nakedness going on. I'm hearing overindulgence. Again, something with your belly. And it feels I'm picking up nausea. This is not the read. I'm just this is when I tapped into the energy. I'm just picking this up. So I'm giving y'all a heads up to be mindful of what you're eating. Yeah. Ooh. No, somebody else is back in the house. Nobody wants to be outside this weekend. I guess all the last weekends have been it's time to rest. I don't know. For some people, it's going to be a weather issue. Some people have to stay in the house because it's a weather issue. I will say that. I'm picking that up strong too. A lot of weather. I'm talking about wind, rain. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh, who hurt you? Who hurt you, I mean, oh, maybe it was a Sagittarius. Who hurt you, Capricorn? Okay, so maybe you're sad because your belly hurts. I don't know. So what I have, we have Judgment, we have the Four Swords, Temperance, Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups hanging. Okay, first of all, your work life, the energy, the timeline I'm sitting in, somebody's work life balance is out of balance. There is no balance. Um, and maybe the gastric issues could be coming from the overworking and not, it doesn't necessarily have to be overworking as in your physical job. It could be mentally overworking. Like you could be mentally stressing yourself to the point where you're starting an ulcer. Thank you mentally stressing yourself to the point where you're developing an ulcer, where you're having stomach issues, like your body is telling you it needs time to rest. Um, mm. So what I will say for this weekend, Capricorn, there's something that you need to look at differently, where it's like a mindset, a framework, a template that you've had for a very long time where it's something that needs to change for you to excel to the next level. And it feels like this weekend it comes to a head. Now, it could come to a head for a lot of different people, but what I'm seeing is somebody's bringing you this information that causes you to look at something like, oh, I didn't think of it that way, right? And that could be anything. It could be a TV show you watch. It could be a reader that you watch on TV. It could be something that comes in the mail. It could be somebody who just in passing makes a statement. And when you receive this information, you're like, oh, maybe I do need to look at this a different way because I'm not happy here. I'm hearing that's part in Tupac's song, Mama, I'm Not Happy Here. What song is that? I wonder if Heaven Has a Ghetto. I think that's the song. Um, it feels like whoever or what, these are some serious reads. This went from a comedy weekend. Hey, Cynthia. This went from a comedy, where's my show weekend to now we're in a drama. I feel like this is a lifetime drama weekend. But it definitely feels for the Capricorn. There's something that is being brought up to your attention that you realize you're not happy in a situation. Like you were playing a role or you were doing something because everybody thought you should be doing something, or you were fulfilling a need for other people. And this weekend or in the next 48 hours from the time you see this, it dawns on you that you're not happy here. And not saying happy here like on the planet. I think everybody has those days, but happy in your situation. And it feels like it has been going on for a minute. So this doesn't feel like it's something where you started a new diet last week and now you find out that Publix is poisoning people with blueberries and now you got to stop eating blueberries. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like that. It feels more like something that you have been doing for a long time. And somebody gives you some information and it's like a light bulb moment goes off because you sit and you think about it. And again, the judgment and the temperance is important too. This is a divine message coming to you. This is a divine intervention that's coming because it has to get you. Because where you're at, oh boy, gee whiz, where you're at, you're stuck. And it's like you're stuck in it because you feel that's how life is supposed to be, but it's not. Like there's so much more beyond wherever this is that you're stuck. And this weekend, some information's coming in where you're going to be like, for the first, and I'm hearing this is not the first time you hear the information, but it's going to be the first time you receive it. There's a difference. Okay. It's not going to be the first time you hear it, but it's going to be the first time you receive it. And it feels like all the light bulbs go on, like, oh my goodness, I've been doing this to myself type of thing. Okay. So another sign with a pretty deep internal weekend going on here for Capricorns. I do feel once you make that realization and you start making changes, you do get caught up where you're supposed to be. So that's a good thing, but just know that be aware or have your eyes open, have your ears open for messages this weekend because there's a divine intervention coming in where it's like, all right, my guy, let's get it together. You can't keep going the way you're going. All right? Gee whiz. All right. That was Capricorn. Now we're going over to Aquarius. Let's see what Aquarius is. I low key feel sad. I don't have any laughing jokes right now. Like all this stuff has been serious, but I'm hearing, but it's what needs to be heard. Also, I think I am because we're going into Virgo season and we all know if anybody has a Virgo in their life, those jokers can be very serious. So I'm thinking there's an energy, the energy change too from Leo to Virgo could be having a impact. But let's see what line Aquarius has. I'm joking. I'm joking. Not the lying Aquarius. No, I'm just saying because if you were here the last 2 weekends, Aquarius did have an issue with untruths going on. All right, let's see what's going on with Aquarius. And I might be throwing shade because I have on and off issues with Aquarius. I'm just gonna be honest. All right, we got oh Lord. Jeez. Mm. Well, the Aquarius might be talking to a Libra too. We'll see. We'll see. Let's keep going. Oh my gosh. I'm just saying. All right. A brand new day. Okay. So what I'm hearing. Oh no. This feels like the opposite side of the Libra read again. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hopefully Tauruses won't be that hard. Yeah, hopefully Taurus won't be that hard. We'll see about the Earth signs. All right, what's going on with the Aquarius? Okay. All right. All right. Two more cards. Oh, all right. Yeah, there's some change. Change. The winds of change are coming for you, Aquarius, but in a good way. In a good way. Um, when I pick up, hey, oh my goodness. Hey there. Oh my gosh. I feel like I haven't seen you in 200,000 years. So for the Aquarius, what I'm picking up here is this weekend is a forward facing weekend for you. While the others were doing their work internally, this feels very forward facing. And it feels like you want to announce the change. So something where you were evaluating, something that you were again kind of in your head about. Imagine that. Imagine that. Aquarians in their head. But something you were in your head about what was causing internal conflict. Like even though I see the 5 of Swords here, I do feel 8 of Swords energy, meaning you were causing this internal conflict. So people outside, thank you for being here. You're so awesome. People from the outside wouldn't know you were having these issues. And again, it feels like you were kind of prioritizing things, what should get your attention, what shouldn't, who should you be around, who you shouldn't be. And it feels like it comes, you get to the conclusion this weekend. You get to the conclusion this weekend, like, okay, moving forward, this is what I'm going to do. So as I'm looking at the full here, the 6 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, you are making the right choice. I will say that. So if you're listening right now and you're thinking, I don't know if this is the step I need to go towards. I don't know this if this is the right path. I don't know if this person is the right person. Whatever or whomever you're making a decision about, your decision is the right decision. It's bringing you out of conflict with yourself. It's bringing you out of conflict. We miss you too. We miss you too. Okay, sorry. It's bringing you out of conflict with yourself. So it is the right decision. Does it feel, some of it might not feel like the best decision. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Some of it might not feel like the best decision, but it's the right decision for you. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Again, I'm not saying it's going to be a heavy decision for everybody because with the Six of Cups here, this does tell me it does bring you some internal peace, happiness, connection to who you feel you are. And it's because you are releasing something that was not aligned to who you are. It's kind of like somebody, okay, it could be like somebody, here's an example. I'm not saying this is somebody's story, but it might be. But it could be an example of somebody who's in a relationship with somebody who does drugs, somebody who drinks, somebody who stays out all night and goes to the club, and you're not that at all. You stay at home, you only drink water, you don't do alcohol, you don't smoke or anything like that. And you can see how that misalignment can be detrimental to who you are at your core. So it's like somebody choosing to say, this is not the lifestyle I want, and making the decision to go elsewhere. So if that is your story, if that is the decision that you have been pondering, it feels like this weekend you finally say, this is what it is, or this is what it's not. And it's the right decision. So I'm hearing that very loudly. It is the right decision. So I say congratulations. I say congratulations because it feels like this is like a weight's being lifted. And with that Six of Swords energy, you are going in the right direction. All right, Aquarius, good luck. All right, now we're going to jump into Pisces. Spicy Pisces. Spicy Pisces. I'm so happy to hear that. I took the meds and the meds are working. Isn't that, I took the drugs and the drugs are working. Isn't that a meme? I'm gonna have to find it now because I sound crazy. But I'm pretty sure I've heard that. I was thinking about that when I was taking mine. Take the meds and the meds are working. All right, two more for Pisces. What's going on with Pisces? What is going on with Pisces? What is going on with Pisces? Come on, cards. Pisces is confused about something. Let's see. All right, what's going on with Pisces? What's going on with Pisces? Somebody's coming for you, Pisces. I don't know what that means. I hope that's not a bad thing. I hope that's not a bad thing. But somebody's coming for you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I hope it's not this page because we need more than a page energy. All right, let's keep going. Ooh. Yep. What did I tell you? I told you. Somebody's coming for you. Ooh, we don't need that though. Y'all out here showing all your goods. All right. I'm hearing a loud message. I know somebody's coming for you. Oh, I know it. I swear. People just don't know when to. I gotta cover up the naked people. Here we go. Yeah, that covers everybody up. And it's a button that says smile if you're an anti-fascist. So everybody should be smiling. All right. Two more cards for Pisces. Yeah, somebody's coming for you. And it's strong. It's a strong energy because I'm trying to get the readout with the cards, but it's like sitting right in my face. So whomever this is, for some of you, this person might have already made themselves known. And I hate to do this if this is not what you want to hear. It does feel like it's somebody coming back. Somebody somebody that you have been trying to beat off with a stick, maybe. It does feel like somebody's coming back. This does not feel like a new person. This feels like a resurrection. Let's keep going with the other two. So if this is not what you wanted to hear, Pisces, I'm sorry. You can go to your other placements. Oh my gosh. I told you somebody is obsessed. Okay. All right. Now that just made it even more spookier because I'm like, somebody's coming for you. Somebody's coming for you. And the damn devil's like, here I am. Here's what I'll say. Am I calling this person the devil? I am not. I'm absolutely not calling this person the devil. Does this person have obsessive tendencies? They do. Does this person let me not focus on this person yet. And this person might be a Capricorn or have Capricorn in their chart. So I will say that. Oh my gosh, they're naked too. Hold on. Everybody wants to be naked today. We just Pisces got a naked read. Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, Judgment, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Devil. The Devil is an outlier. The Devil wanted to jump up because I need to assist with providing you with whom this may be. Okay. So I will tap into this individual's energy here shortly. Let me focus on Pisces. So, what I will say again, this is somebody that you've had your guard up against. So, this is not going to be somebody where life has been easy peasy. You trust what they say, this, that, and the other. This feels very like it's somebody you don't really trust or somebody that, mm, I want to kind of think about it, but I don't really, I'm guarded. You're guarded with this person. So that's going to help you kind of focus on who this might be. When I tap more into the actual energy, that should help more. But whomever this is, just straight off the gate, you are guarded with. This person's coming in with a message. The message is kind of it feels very friendship like initially, but that is not what they want. Okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, this is some free intel. Well, the whole damn reading is, but specifically, this person is trying to come in as if they're cool. They're good if you talk to them. They're good if you're not. Like this is not this person's intent is not Page of Pentacles. It's Lovers. This person sees you as a potential partner, but there's something about this person that you're guarded with. It could be something that they have done, something that they have said, or their actions or behaviors that have you feeling this way. But the way they come back into the picture, and again, the next 48 hours, it could have already happened. If not, it's going to come really hot and heavy in the next 48 hours. Because when I say this energy, it feels like I'm interviewing the person in my face. It feels like they come in as friendly, but that's not their intention. So, as you see the Lovers going into Judgment, like I said, this is a resurfacing or restructuring. The reason why they're coming back, there's something that needs to be done where, and you're going to hate this part. I'm just the messenger, though. I'm just the messenger. It's unfinished business, but not just unfinished business on a life scale, on a 3D Earth scale. There's some unfinished business in the spiritual aspect. Okay. So then we go into the Two of Pentacles, into the Eight of Pentacles. It's going to put you in a tizzy because you're going to be going back and forth with how you feel about the situation and what you know about the situation. How you feel about the situation and what you know about the situation. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you should or should not do. These readings here are just to tell you what's coming up in the next 48 hours. Maybe in some of the other readings, the collective readings I post, there might be more information for you there. But all I'll say for this is somebody's coming in. This is somebody you're guarded up against. This person's coming in as if they want a friendship, as if we're just buddy buddy. That is not what they really want. So now let's go over here to their energy to help fine tune who I might be talking about. It's somebody who's very cool with being noticed. I would not take this as somebody who likes to stay off record. Like when I was shuffling, this energy came in and threw a card out to talk about them. So this person could again have Capricorn in their chart. If it's not that, it's somebody who I will not be ignored type energy, which brings it back to sounding weird, right? I will not be ignored. We're going to address this. It's somebody who doesn't like to take no for an answer. It's somebody who ruminates on things. So if they have a thought, they'll lock in on it and they'll just grind and just until they can get whatever it is they want. It's giving kind of, there we go with it's giving again. It's giving, do I feel this person could be stalker-ish? I do. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Stalker-ish how? Maybe in social media, watching your stuff, showing up where, first of all, stalking is a crime. So I'm gonna say that right now. Because this person is kind of giving me some very intense energy. Like, even if you block them, they would call you from another number. If you block them on all social media, they'll make a fake account to get at you. This is the person, if you were sharing a streaming service, they would send you messages by changing their login name. So I'm just gonna say this, Pisces, um, just be on notice. The person coming in as if they're nonchalant and carefree and they really could take it or leave it, that is not the case. Um, but there's unfinished business here with this individual. I'm gonna leave it at that because this can get really deep and it's really murky, and I don't want to leave with a bad impression because the murkiness isn't for all. The murkiness isn't for all. I might do an extended read on this just because it's really layered, but I'm really wanting to come out of this person's energy because it doesn't feel the best. All right, Pisces. Good grief. All right. How do all these readings turn into a Lifetime movie? What the actual hell? All right, Aries. Come on, Aries. Let's pull us out of here. Pull us out of here. Pull us out of here, Aries. Oof. I'm not gonna lie, Pisces, I'm not gonna lie. That was rough. So I probably will do an extended read on that because good grief. All right. Oof. Oof. All right, Aries. I don't like it. I don't like that. I'm definitely gonna have to do an extended because the energy is not actually not wanting to leave. And trying to take Bogart into Aries energy. Um, Hold on one second, no. Okay. All right. All right. Whew. You know what? Hold on. Well, we're gonna jump into a different deck. We're gonna jump into a different deck. All right. Let's let that energy on that deck chill out for a second. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for you all. And for anybody who came in after the fact, we started with Virgo, so we still have from Aries to Cancer to go. So what's going on? Oh, actually Aries to Leo. What's going on with Aries this weekend? What's going on with Aries this weekend? What's going on with Aries this weekend? What's going on with Aries this week? I'm picking up Aries is starting a new project. There's something that Aries is doing that they are deciding which direction to go in because they're being given some different opportunities. Um, and they're having to make some decisions this weekend on what exactly it is they want to do. And it feels like whatever they pick is a good pick. Again, it this oh, who was it? That somebody was Virgo. It feels like something is coming in. Either you applied for something or I'm hearing applied. I'm hearing applied. Something that was applied for or somebody suggested for you comes in, but it doesn't come in with a one offer. It comes in with many. I don't know what example I can give for that. But whatever this is many. And the seven of cups here, where this person's looking at all the cups. And for the people, I mean, we got the four of pentacles, the magician, two of wands, seven of cups, seven of pentacles, and six of wands. So just so you know, um, it just feels like you are having to make a decision based on offers or some. And again, it feels like something that you applied for. Like, okay, here's an example. a car. Say you apply for a car and they're giving you the different finance offers with the different monthly payments, different down payments, right? That could be an example of that. Um, it could be for some of you, it's like something that you do with your hands. I'm just seeing something that somebody's doing with their hands. But whatever this is, you have to make a choice on it. And it feels like it's a quick turnaround. Like the offer is only good for the next 24 hours, or the offer is only good until Friday. Um, it could be work related. I don't really feel that it is work related, but it's something that you have been wanting to do for a long time. So that's why it feels like there's some urgency with the decision making. So I guess for the next 48 hours, I would say if you have applied for something and you're working on addressing or making a decision based off of this, if you are dealing with something where you're having to make a short quick response to somebody and it's multiple offers, I'm hearing for you to go with your first choice. That's the right choice. I'm also hearing that if you go with the others, for some it's like three. I'm seeing three, very specifically three. For some, if you go with any of the other choices, and not it's not necessarily that they are the wrong choice. It's just whatever that first choice that came to your mind when you were looking at the offers is the best choice. So it doesn't feel like there are any wrong ones, but there is a best one. And it feels like it's the first one that comes to mind. And also, if there's any concern about you being able to follow through whatever this is that you accept, to let you know that you can, that you need to know that you can. Okay. So that's Aries. Be prepared for some type of, again, if you applied for something or somebody is all making an offer to you about something, it could be around real estate, something in that nature. Your first choice is the right choice. Your first choice is the right choice, is the best choice. Okay. Ooh. All right. Who's next? Aries. Taurus. Taurus is next. All right. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. And I totally know I skipped Gemini last weekend. So, first of all, I'm sorry. Um, I could say many things, um, but I won't, other than I'm sorry. So, yeah, I will make sure to do Gemini this time. But right now, it's Taurus. Taurus is on the stage. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. Oh, I'm hearing. I don't know how many of y'all know Gloria Estefan. You probably don't. I have a very eclectic music taste, but she had a song called Coming Out of the Dark. And that I'm hearing that very loudly right now. For Taurus. So let's see what that's about. If you don't know the song, definitely check it out. I don't know what happened to Gloria Estefan, but Coming Out of the Dark is the song. So let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Two more shuffles. All right, one more shuffle. Ooh. I am tasting something weird in my mouth. So I will say, I don't know if it's like attached to heartburn or when you have acid reflux, or sometimes I don't know, it feels like a metal taste of some sort. I also will say that these are such weird messages. If you are experiencing like bleeding gums, to get that checked out because if left unchecked, it gets worse. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. One, and that's not attached to this reading. That's just a message that somebody needed to hear. Dang. All right. So far we have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the no, yeah, the King of Pentacles. Here's the movement, right? That I was saying. The Knight of Swords, and that's the fastest moving knight. Little could be a little crazy sometimes, but the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, and that always signifies movement for me. Let's get the other two cards. So we have the Hermit and we have Judgment. So what I will say, there is, oh, my goodness, every reading this evening has been so serious. Why so serious? I feel like I need to put on a Joker face. So with the Knight of Wands, the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, Hermit, and Judgment. So what's happening is on a spiritual level. I will say that. I will say that. This is something that has caused you to pull back and do some reassessment. This would be something that has caused you to look at it, and it's not like assessment just with you, it's like assessment with everyone around you. Okay? This feels very, if you're not for me, you're against me type energy. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything type of energy. It's very defiant in I need the right people, places, things around me or access to me, and I'm not taking no for an answer when it comes to it. And it feels like I'm looking at the Hermit, then the Judgment card. It really feels that Taurus is kind of making a judgment call on what they're choosing to interact with and what they're not. And when they make the choice not, oh, that cutoff is going to be quick. That cutoff is quick, it's fast, and it feels very permanent. Right. It feels like Taurus is kind of looking and feeling and understanding who they are in the story. And this whole time they've been acting like the supporting character, but they just realize they're the main character. Ooh. Let's sit with that for a second. This whole time, hold on, let me get close to the mic. This whole time you've been acting like you're a supporting character, right? Some of they call on the stage. Um, it might not even have any speaking parts, right? But you've found out that you are the main character. So now you are looking around at other people to say, okay, do you have a place in my story? This whole time I've been living or experiencing life as if I am supporting other people. No, 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 no. This is my story. Do you deserve a place in it? And it feels like you are putting down judgment around that. So this weekend might feel very internalized because you're making decisions based on who is here for me. In my story, I'm getting my voice back, is what I'm hearing. I'm getting my voice back. So, anybody who has been in spaces where they've been minimized, where they've been told to think a different way, think a certain way, speak a certain way, be a certain person, you're waking up within in these next 48-hour time frames to say, hold on, I'm well, I do have that background, but this is the energy I'm picking up. But you're like, hold on. I'm I'm the main character in this story. So I'm feeling proud. This is making me really excited. Um because somebody's taking their power back. And not only are they taking their power back, they are detaching away from things, people, places that have caused them issues or took their power from them. Again, you've been acting as your supporting character in your own story. And now you're realizing, oh, this is my story. I'm the main character. So congratulations, Taurus. I'm so happy for y'all. That's outstanding. That is outstanding. All right. All right, Geminis. I know. I forgot you last week. It wasn't on purpose. When I was time stamping, I was like, oh, Gemini. So here we go. Let's see what's going on for Gemini this weekend. Let's see what's going on for Gemini this weekend. What's going on for Gemini this weekend? One, two. Oh Lord, Gemini. Let's see. Three. Let's see. Oh, Gemini. Mm, at least there's no nakedness in that one. Jeez. Mm, hmm. All right, so we have the lovers, the three of swords, the wheel, the magician, the king of wands, and the 10 of pentacles. Yikes. Okay, okay. Let me do something really quick because this is the three of swords is giving me some staticky energy, so I need to. Why is the three of swords here? 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 Thank you. The moon, four swords, and then that of pentacles. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay, Gemini. I'm not going to say you could possibly be in a situation where there's ghosting going on, um, mm, or somebody just not showing up for you the way you show up for them. It feels very ghosty, I'm not gonna lie, because this person's energy is almost undetectable, but yours is very strong. And in that absence. Like even it feels like the person's there, but they're not. So somebody who might be there as a, if in the physical form, but they've mentally checked out. Um, this is the person. This is the timeline I'm picking up, and it does look like that. It hurts. It hurts because it feels like you're all in with this individual, and I know Geminis are like, what the hell? First you forgot us last week, and now you coming in here with this? Hold on, let me finish. But it does feel like it's a situation where more more you have given more to a situation than what you've gotten back. It might not be ghosting, but I will tell you that person's energy is almost undetectable. So that's why I said if this person isn't ghosting, coming back, going away, coming back, going away, if they are there physically, they have mentally or emotionally checked out. So now we're going into the wheel, the magician, the king of wands, and the 10 of pentacles. The advice for you, and again, if this is what's coming through or coming in for you the next 48 hours, the advice for you is to turn that focus on whomever this is onto yourself. Transmute it. And that's where the magician card is coming in. It's telling you to transmute it and put your crown back on. Because once you end this ghosting or this in and out, and again, however you end it, it might be different. And ending it could be having the conversation to say, I'm not taking this anymore. We need to fix this, change this. Ending it could be, we need to go see a therapist. Ending it could be, we're breaking up. Whatever that is, when you do that, when you transmute that Three of Swords energy, and put your crown back on, man or female, it turns everything around. With the wheel here and the 10 of pentacles here, there's an ending in the beginning, and the end's 10 of pentacles. So it might not feel so great in the beginning. Because it doesn't feel like you don't know this already. If you're being ghosted or if this person just is not interacting with you and things of that nature, you already know this person has checked out. So you sitting there, it's kind of like, again, I use this analogy all the time because you can actually visualize it. Um, it's like sitting in dirty bathwater. Don't let the ending get you on the first 48. Yeah, don't do that. Even though this is the next 48, don't let the ending get you on the first 48. Like, don't do that. Um, but it feels oh, that's a great caveat, especially after that Pisces rating. Um, I would say if you are feeling unseen, unheard, unvalued, go to where you are seen, are heard, and valued because you are value. You are the value in that connection. I will also say this whoever this is going to need you before you need them. I will say this. You are not bringing just stuff to the table. You bringing the whole damn table. And this person's eating off it for free but still checked out. That stream of identifiers should help fine tune who I'm talking to. You are bringing the table and everything on the table. That person's just sitting there eating for free. And you have just been doing and doing and doing for this person, and they've been benefiting from it, but not been totally there. It is time to transmute that. It is time to release it. Put your crown back on and you will have everything that you need. This person might just not be there. It's time to excuse this person from the table to allow somebody else to come who can match your energy because this person ain't doing it. And this weekend might be the weekend where you realize this and that happens. And if that's the case, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Because with the Three of Swords, I do see that there's pain around this, and why wouldn't there be? But there is a happy ending for you. The other person's going to have to find a meal ticket someplace else. All right. Everybody seems to be stepping into their power. This is great. All right, Gemini. And again, apologies for last weekend. So sorry. So sorry. All right, now we're going to jump to Cancer. Let's go see what Cancer's got going on the next 48 hours. What does Cancer got going on the next 48 hours? Whew, y'all. Cancer feels tired. Cancers feel tired. And it feels tired for different reasons. Like I feel the mental tired, but it also feels like there might be some cancers who have started some physical work or exercise routine, and that's why they're tired. So I'm especially around the abs. Um, yeah, I'm picking up physical exhaustion and mental exhaustion right now. So let's see what's going on for the next 48 hours. Watch your ankles. If you're prone to rolling ankles, I don't know why I be getting these weird messages. If you're prone to rolling ankles, if you've ever rolled an ankle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are prone to rolling ankles, watch how you're walking around this weekend, okay? Don't make a misstep. Um, yeah, just be careful. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, let's see. What's going on with cancers? One. No, didn't I just say that? I just said y'all was tired. Okay, let's keep going. Two. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let's keep going. Ooh, so many cards. So many cards. Thank you. I told y'all were tired. I told you you were tired. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, two more cards. Two more cards, please. And at the end, for everybody who's in the chat, I will I will pull to see if there's any readings for get a message for everybody who's in here. That's my gift to you all for showing up. showing up and hanging out with me on Friday. Two more cards for Cancer, please. One more card for Cancer, please. One more card for Cancer, please. Woof. Golly. That one almost hit me in my face. All right. So we have Eight of Swords, the Sun, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Oh, is somebody waiting for help? It feels like it feels like again I'm picking up the tired, right? Again, I'm picking up the overexhaustion. Again, I am picking up somebody's picked up a exercise routine or doing something different with their body where their body is reacting to it. Um, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Wands, it it feels as if there is assistance that's needed. The sun here is telling me, for one, it could have something to do with a sun, an actual biological sun, but this is also telling me that whatever's causing the exhaustion, whatever's causing the tiredness, but it doesn't feel like you verbalized it. Like internally, you know you need help. Internally, you know you need some assistance. Internally, you know you need some additional support around something that that is connected to your happiness, that is connected to your joy, that's connected to your peace. It's like internally you have realized that you need support around something. It does not seem like you have verbalized it though. I do see some times where you're on the defensive. I do see sometimes where there's a trust issue going on around who is available to help you, kind of like saying to yourself like, well, I could ask so and so, but they're not going to do it. Or I can ask so and so, but you know, it I don't want to say there's a fear of asking for support around something. It's a doubting that this person will do it, or it's a doubting that this person is going to show up the way you need them to show up. And again, this is something attached to something that's exhausting. You're carrying something alone that you need support in carrying. That could be, this is a general read, so this can be a lot of things for different people, but it definitely feels like you're carrying something alone that you need support with, but you haven't really asked for help. And the Eight of Swords is telling me this is something that you already know. So what I'm saying, if this is what if this is the energy I'm tapping into is your timeline, what I'm saying would not be a surprise. Like you're not going to be asking yourself right now, well, what is she talking about? What could it be that she is talking about? You're going to know if this is the energy pull for you, if this is your timeline I'm viewing into, you're going to know already there is something you're carrying that you need help with. There's something that you're carrying, you're stressed about, that you need some assistance in helping with decision making, carrying the load, or just knowing what steps to take next. And even though you're waiting for assistance to come in, you're not really trusting the people or the thing or whatever it is that you have identified for that assistance. So, what does all that mean for you in the next 48 hours? One, you need to get clear on what it is that you need, not want, but need. Two, you need to verbalize it. So sitting around stressing, right? Stressing about what you need, sitting around stressing about I really could use this, sitting around stressing about I need somebody to help carry the load. If you're not verbalizing it and expecting people to read your mind, that's not going to have a good outcome. But that's kind of what you're doing with the Three of Wands. I feel like I got people in the principal office right now. It's like you're hoping somebody telepathically communicates with you so you can telepathically tell them, I need this from you. And now you're waiting for them to do it. And they're not doing it because it don't work like that. So In the next 48 hours, what I'm hearing or what needs to be done or should be considered, I'm not telling you what to do, but should be considered is whatever this is. And again, it's something that's attached to your joy. It's something that's attached to what brings you happiness. And again, it could be something attached to your actual sun with the sun card. If you need help, you need to verbalize it, whatever that help might be. It could be help with planning something, working on something, physically carrying stuff. Um, don't expect people to be able to read your mind. Don't expect people to be able to read your emotions. It's kind of like when somebody asks, "Are you okay?" or "What's wrong?" and you say nothing, and there's a crap load wrong. Like it's kind of it's giving that energy. It's because it's like you're waiting for rescue that's not coming because you haven't asked for it. So now you're kind of just annoyed and like, why aren't you doing this? You should know. It feels like a lot of you should know or they should know, but they don't. They don't. So the next 48 hours, I would suggest for Cancer, if there's something that you need help with, support with, you're tired of doing it on your own, um, verbalize it and don't expect help to come in if you're not asking for it. Because a lot of times it doesn't work that way. All right, Cancers. I know I felt like that was all of these have kind of felt like we're having a counseling session. I don't know. It's so weird. All right, let's go ahead and jump to Leo's. This is our last Leo read, and then I will do a message for the group. Rapid fire message for the group. What does Leo need to know? I hope you all had a great birthday. We just got out of your season, so I hope you all had a birthday. Oh, now you're shutting down. You partied all month and now we're shutting down. Let's see. What's going on for Leos? Hmm. What's going on for whoa? Okay. Three more cards, please. What's going on for Leos? What's going on for Leos? What's going on for Leos? Two more. Why? One more card, please. Thank you. Mm, okay. Let's talk. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's talk about it, Leos. So we have the moon, the fool, the empress, all major arcana. We have the nine of wands, 10 of swords, and the 9 of pentacles. Woo! All right, Leo. So what I'm picking up again, this feels like another one of those quick little therapy talks, quick little counts coaching. I'm gonna say coaching. I'm gonna say coaching talks. Um, I'm literally hearing somebody saying, "I'm better off alone. I'm just better off alone. I'm just better off alone." It feels like somebody who has had some false starts. It feels like somebody who's kind of reflecting on their past relationships. Now, this is very specifically intimate relationships. So, boyfriend, girlfriend type of energy, or girlfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever your fancy. But that's it. That's what it feels like. This is the energy I'm tapping into. And it feels like there is a review process going on about previous relationships to where you're like, I'm just better off alone. Like I know my worth and what's out here in these streets are not it. It feels like there's somebody who's had plenty of hurts. Like I'm looking at the swords in the person's back, backstabbing I'm hearing. I'm oof. I'm hearing somebody who had a relationship who the person might have cheated on them with like a friend or something, somebody close to them. Like it feels like a review of sorts is going on with relationships to where you're like, you know what, I'm just better off alone because I know my worth, I know who I am, and I'm doing fine by myself. Like single life is it for me. What I will say, and I'm not going to go into it because, again, these are just quick energy timeline viewing sessions. What I will say is you're not going to be single for long. And you probably don't want to hear that. Based on the energy I'm picking up over here, that's probably the last thing you want to hear. Because I can see the hurt. I can see the disappointment. I can see the depression. I'm seeing it very clearly to where you're like, I'm done. Like I'm not on no dating app. I'm not going out to a club. I'm not going out to no mixer. I'm not doing it because I'm done. I'm tired. And I've got something good going on with me. It's like that song Kalani sings it Good on My Own. Now I gotta find it. It's not now I gotta find the damn name of the song because it's being channeled for a reason. The song is called Good Thing. Good Thing. Zed and Kalani sing it. That's kind of the energy I'm picking up this Leo person's in. But I'm also here to tell you that's not going to last for long because I do see another energy coming in for you. Um, and I'm hearing you've met your match. You've met your match. So that leads me to believe the stuff that happened over here in your past was not aligned, was not a match. The one coming in is. The one coming in is, and they're going to be, it's going to be obvious. Like you're the Empress and you were out here dating jokers. You were out here dating fools. And you're the Empress, right? You were looking at gestures of the court while you're sitting on your throne. This person has his own throne or her own throne that's coming in. So the next 48 hours, it does feel like you're doing a review over your relationship history and realizing like you're good being single, right? Good thing, that song, right? Um, I'm just kind of here to tell you something's coming in and they are a match. Energetically, they are a match. They're not at full level. You're the Empress. They're coming in as an emperor. All right. So, Leo, get your mind right and be open and understanding. And I think that's the message for you at this read for the whoever this individual I'm reading for is everybody's not like this. Everybody's not like the garbage. Like I forgot who was it I was reading for who was feeding people at the table that didn't deserve to be at the table. This person's bringing their own table. So you don't have to have them at your table. Y'all can put your tables together and now you got a whole huge surface to eat off of. So just be open, be prepared, and understand everybody's not like your past. And yeah, being single is boss. Speak from experience. But also, when you're matched up with the right person, that's also outstanding too. All right. All right, Leo. That was your read. And now, well, hopefully these cards are cool again because that Pisces read was something else. I'm going to do some quick polls to see if any messages need to come for anybody in the chat right now. So let's see what we got. Let's see what somebody who put in for something, there's an acceptance letter coming. I don't know what the acceptance is for, but there is an acceptance letter coming. So if you have applied for something or you are looking for oh gosh, it feels like something that was applied for or requested information about something is something available. Whatever this thing is, I'm feeling an answer coming that it's a yes, it's yours, it's approved. There's something coming in like that. Again, I'm not being shown, I'm not being allowed to see what's on the paper. It's on paper though. It doesn't feel like it's a phone call. It feels like it's on paper and it comes in the mail, if that makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't it make sense? It's very straightforward, right? So there's that. Uh, ooh. I'm picking up somebody getting offers. This feels like it's around job. Um, I am picking that up very strong. Uh, but that feels different from the paperwork that's coming, that somebody's getting some type of approval, some type of this is yours. Um, Somebody also needs to check paperwork. There's something around, I don't know if it's benefits. I'm seeing a lot of numbers on the paper. Somebody needs to look at if you just applied for anything that has numbers on it or something, there's something that needs to be looked at again because there's an error there. There's a mistake somewhere in that the calculation that you find and it benefits you to find it. So I don't know if this is something again around numbers. The error, it feels like it's a simple calculation error, like something wasn't added up right or something's missing in the total. When you go back and find it, it's a benefit to you. Okay, so that's for anybody who has paper or documents that they need to look at. Um, I'm seeing a little dog. So I don't know if somebody is about to get a little dog, is looking at getting a dog. I'm totally seeing a dog. And it's one of these like little dogs, like a Yorkshire Terrier. I don't know what that means. Um, if anybody has that type of dog or was looking at that type of dog, let me know. I can try to go a little bit further into that, but I'm seeing that dog. So, let's see what else. Anything else I need to tell the group? Anything else I need to tell the group? Anything else I need? Um, I don't know if it's because I picked these cards back up again, and I'm just hearing it again. Somebody's coming for you. Um, yeah, I don't know what that means. Somebody's coming for you. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's because I picked up this deck again and that energy is still stuck in here. Let me just keep going. If somebody is dealing with a stalker, like, look, no, I'm being serious right now. If somebody is dealing with a stalker, please talk to me offline so I can assist. Um, yeah. Yeah. Let's keep going. I don't want to give that energy any more space to mm. Two more cards, please. Two more cards. Ooh. Again, so I'm wondering if it's somebody in the group. If somebody is having issues, again, I'm looking at rolling an ankle or something with ankle. Just being mindful of where you're stepping or how you're stepping. Um, be careful of how you're stepping. Because what I'm picking up is, and this could be a preventive thing message, so hopefully it is. Because what it feels like is somebody missteps and now it's an issue. Now it's a bigger problem. Like you might even need like an air cast or something. Be careful. And I know what an air cast is. I'm clumsy. And I misstepped going into a bathroom one day and holy moly. And they put an air cast on me. But again, it's specific to rolling of the ankle. Like I don't see you doing something that causes it. It's like it happens on its own to be careful with that. And also, if you're having back problems or pain in the back, I would also, and I don't know who this is for either, but if you're having pain in your back, to consider going to a chiropractor if because it feels like that is something you haven't considered before or you've always kind of been on the fence about it. I'm hearing that it would benefit that injury. It's either an injury or a chronic issue that you've had with your back. I'm being told to tell you to go to a chiropractor because it feels like whomever this is has never been really cool with a chiropractor. Like they're not really sure they want to try it, but I'm hearing it would help that situation. Okay. Let me get one more card out here. Thank you. Ooh. So, long story short, I know I gave a few messages here. Long story short, there is going to be a level, and I don't know if the planets are kind of wonky or weird this weekend or what. I know we just had an eclipse, but I don't know what else is going on maybe this weekend. If anybody who's an astro head knows, you can put it in the chat. But it definitely feels like there's a lot of internal review going on. Not so much external, but internal review going on to see or figure out. For some, it's like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Where did I go wrong? Oh, see, there's the chiropractor. I love it. See, I know you guys are my people because I tap into y'all's energy. So, yeah, this weekend it just feels, and this feels like it's totality of the group. There's a lot of internal review going on for you. So I don't know if something causes this review to happen, if somebody does something that causes the review to happen, but it ends in the best way possible for you. Now, can I say that for the people you're making the review about? I can't say that because I don't know. I don't know. But I can say for you, it ends in the best way possible. Um, so yeah, it's a good weekend. I'll say that. It's gonna be a good weekend. Maybe okay. Thank you, Sanchia. So Sanchia says it feels like Saturn, possibly because it's in retrograde. There's a lot of eternal stuff, eternal too. A lot of internal stuff going on where people are looking to see what should be here and what shouldn't be, and getting rid of what shouldn't be. Um, so yeah. Holy cow, this was great. This was really good. We didn't get a lot of funny laughs, but we sure got a lot of therapeutic stuff. So maybe it's that Saturn in retrograde, maybe also going into Virgo season, but it was beneficial. So I'm glad to have done that. And thank you all for being here. I am going to go into that Pisces energy a little bit more in another read just because it was very heavy. So if you have Pisces in your chart and there has been somebody kind of lurking around, I'm gonna put out an energy. I'm gonna dive into that a little bit more because there were some concerning layers in there. I want to explore some more. So thank you all so much for being here. Share the channel as much as possible so we can get in the algorithm a little bit more because I really enjoy doing this with you all. So, on that note, you all have an amazing Friday night. Thank you for spending a part of it with me. Hopefully, you got some information that was helpful, and I will see y'all again next Friday. All right, bye.